It happened March 18th. It was St. Patrick's Day. First person that called me was Coach McDonald, and I'll never forget this till the day I died.
It was the next morning, actually, to be honest with you. Person called me from Lake Forest, Illinois, where Todd went to school, where he went to Lake Forest Academy, and it mentioned that something had happened.
It sounded like he couldn't even get words out of his mouth, and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon the following day. I didn't know what to expect, and then he finally revealed the news that Todd was shot and killed last night.
It was really different because no one was around. Every kid was on spring break. You had to go try to figure out who you're going to talk to and what you're going to do about it.
Strangest thing, I think, was the night before, we were with all our friends. Todd's roommates from here, obviously I was with Jimmy. We were coming back the next morning, and Jimmy gets a call from Coach Mack, and he tells me as I'm walking in the door, and I was like, what? There's no way.
I remember exactly where I was. I was in Penn Station in New York City with James Brady, who was a quarterback at the time. We were traveling back to school. My mom had called me and told me she saw it on the news, and it was like everybody in that building stopped. It was just very surreal.
My brother and I always say he's a foxhole kind of guy. He would be the first guy to jump on a grenade and save the group. Like, that's just who his mentality was.
He knew nothing else. He knew nothing else but to get in front of that gun and really take the bullet for that girl, save her life.
It definitely gave me chills hearing what actually unfolded, and it was just perfectly in line with his type of character. He was the type of kid to step up when his number was called, and unfortunately that happened, out in the real world where it's a little bit more serious than if we're out on the football field.
And that's kind of what I feel like anybody on our team would do. Just the fact that he stepped in and lost his life for someone else, and now that we know him for that, that's how I know him. That's what I think of when I first think of Todd Walker, is just a selfless act of stepping in and helping someone. It really says a lot about him and his character.
My recruiting trip, I actually met Todd Walker for the first time. We were both on a preferred walk-on recruitment trip and got to know him.
Someone like him, everybody gravitated towards him. Everybody wanted to be around him, so from a teammate aspect, he just fit right into that role.
His value to the team is how he works with other kids, how he encourages other kids, how he plays hard and does all those things.
On and off the field, he just took pride in everything he did. He tried doing things the right way.
You could tell Todd was from Colorado. He had like the long hair, like snowboarder-esque hair. He wore very vibrant clothing.
Every time I see a redhead, with really long hair and a big smile on his face, I think of Todd Walker.
His hair would shine, and he loved it too. It was like his mark. Todd had the most energy I've ever seen out of anyone, and it's almost like he knew he had a shorter life than most because he had to fit it all in, I guess.
Even like the dog days at camp, he was always upbeat and like ready to go and excited and everything else. So it's just amazing.
The week after, that week after he passed, they had a service here, and we were told thousands of people showed up. We didn't see that because we were at a celebration of life in Colorado with him and his family and his closest friends. And hearing that really was mind-blowing.
Todd was really well-respected, well-liked by every single person. And that's what made him like a great teammate, even though he was only here for a short time.
There are great awards, there's MVPs, there's Coaches Award, there's, Unsung Hero Award, all these things. But in the spring, we only have one award. And it's a Todd Walker Teammate Award that goes to the kid that best exemplifies what a teammate should be and how he should be with his players.
Every spring game, we get together right in front of the tree, and some kids come back from previous years. The Bayless brothers come back, and we give out the award for the Todd Walker Teammate.
The recipient of this year gets to wear the blue jersey, the 8 jersey this year, the game, Kevin McDowell.
It was a tremendous honor for me to receive this year. I was shocked when I received it. I had no idea. And so it was funny because you see the old jersey out there, but you see the number 80, and it truly was an honor.
It's basically who is the best team on your team, you know what I mean? Whether it's good times, bad times, whether you need somebody, whether they're always working hard, you know what I mean? Like that type of person.
It was definitely an honor just to be recognized for something like that. It felt really good, and it feels really good knowing that just the conversation about what he stood for continues, and that every year we continue to take a step back and recognize the team aspect of this whole thing.
What Todd did, he made an unbelievable decision to put his own safety in front of a young person, a young lady, to protect her. You know what I mean? That's an innate reaction to some terrible, horrific situation that ended Todd's life, you know, and he sacrificed, he gave to somebody, and that's what Todd would do, WWTD.
I think it has a tremendous impact on the program just because of the importance of the meaning of that award and how we still have this conversation every year, and take a step back to let the team know that we notice, everybody notices how much effort you put into being a team player. The meaning of the award, that's consistent with what he stood for.